I really don't like the fact I'm talking about this fight. I really don't like the fact I'm talking about it. Because, first of all, there's not really much to say. There's not really much to say apart from the word boring. 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 Because it was absolutely awful. One of the worst fights I've ever watched. Honestly. I mean, Devin Haney won convincingly. He did, boxed well. He did. He boxed well. But Jesus Christ, that was awful to watch. And I think Jose Ramirez needs criticism on that performance. And, that's what he's getting from basically everyone. The commentators, I mean, to be fair, the commentators were really slacking off Devin Haney for that performance that they were going in on Jose Ramirez as well. And rightly so. The commentators said what had to be said in that fight. They said what had to be said. Honestly, I was afraid I was going to miss the main event. I was on stream streaming it, doing a watch along. I was scared I was going to fall asleep on my watch along and miss the main event. Honestly, it was painful to watch. It was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. I mean, Devin Haney's on the back foot. He's moving about, footwork very good. Footwork, Devin Haney's best attribute by a country mile. His shot was decent as well, but he just fought scared, like even more compared to usually fought scared, to be honest with you. Like, there's going to be loads of people saying, oh, you don't appreciate the sweet science. That's not really the sweet science. It's not. If you want to look at the sweet science, for example, right now, you look at Lomachenko, you look at Alexander Usyk, you look at people like Lamont Roach, Jaron Ennis Boots, they show the sweet science. Canelo can show the sweet science. Terence Crawford. These guys show the sweet science. Devin Haney does not do that. Devin Haney does not do that. And that was not good in that fight at all. Honestly, he's moving about on the back foot, Haney. Jose Ramirez would come forward, feint, level change, throwing no punches at all. No punches were thrown by Jose Ramirez. Feint. No punches thrown from Jose Ramirez at all. Haney was there to be hit at times as well. And when Jose Ramirez did throw, when it was literally never, it was just wild and Haney was just easily able to duck under it. It was effortless for Devin Haney, really, for being rude. He didn't need to do anything. Neither guy sacrificed himself from the fans. Neither guy could even bother be entertaining. Neither guy wanted to even entertain themselves. Jose Ramirez is a massive opportunity for him. And he just stood there and fainted the whole fight. I don't get what he was doing. I mean, they kept up the same pace for 12 rounds, and of course they were able to. Neither guy did anything. Of course they were able to keep up the same pace for 12 rounds. It was just not good to watch at all. I mean, I just don't get... there was nothing really special that Devin Haney did in that fight either. I mean, he didn't get hit with anything significant at all. And when Ramirez did throw, he was able to get under those shots. But it was literally never when Ramirez threw. It was just too predictable when he did throw. And Haney was just moving about on the back foot. He looked pretty unsettled in there at times as well, in my opinion, Devin Haney. He was all right behind the jab. Never looked comfortable throwing the backhand, though, Haney. Never really looked comfortable throwing the backhand. He stunned Ramirez once or twice here and there. But other than that, no, he just never really looked fully comfortable in there. He just never looked fully settled. I just thought Ramirez was really lazy tonight, though. He's trying to cut off the ring and then just gave up. Didn't really throw the kitchen sink at it. I don't know why when, he had nothing to lose in the fight. Throw the kitchen sink at it. But no, he didn't. I mean, Haney just did what he had to do, really. Just be boring on the back foot. Don't really do anything because Ramirez won't do anything. Haney's one of the most negative fighters there is right now. Honestly. Shakur's really entertaining compared to Devin Haney. You know, Shakur's actually really entertained compared to Devin Haney. Like, Shakur mixes up a good variety of punches, you know. Devin Haney just doesn't really throw. I mean, I think I remember a commentator saying in that fight as well, these two might be breaking the record for, you know, the least amount of punches thrown in a 12-round fight. If that is actually the case, I need to double check that. Then it is one of the worst 12-rounders ever. It probably is. Even if it's not, it probably is the worst 12-rounder ever. It's the worst 12-rounder I've ever seen. Put it that way. Worst 12-rounder I've ever seen. I mean, I can't really think of worse. Not really any action going on, not any punches being thrown, no one hurt at any point in the fight, no one really affected by anything, not a mark on either of them. It wasn't even that's not even a kind of fight you'd see in sparring. That is not even what you'd see in sparring. That's worse than a normal sparring match, that one. Like, honestly, wasn't even sparring. It was shocking. It was shocking to watch. And both of them need to take accountability for that. Devin Haney's no star. Devin Haney is no star. That is the harsh truth. Haney is no star at all. You know, the reason, you know, people are hyped up because they want to see a Haney Garcia rematch, which is off now, by the way. Rowley came in and ruined it. Fair play to Rowley. Yeah, I mean, but Devin Haney just stunk the place out as he always does. Stunk the place out. I mean, yeah, I just think it was shockingly bad. I don't know if it was inactivity as well, because he looked decent when he fought Prograis, but it was still boring. But, you know, it just wasn't good from Haney at all tonight. It was a real, oh, God. Anyway, thank you all for watching.